Welcome to the Daily Devo. My name is Jessica, and today it sounds like Jesus needs some bread. Let's jump in. Today we're looking at Jesus feeding the 5,000, but there's a bit of a twist to focus on. If you've been in your faith journey for a moment, you might have heard this sermon, this story before. It's an amazing miracle where Jesus knows the people have a need for food, and he knows what's going to happen because he is God. So let's see what's going on in our text for today. We're in John 6, verse 5. Lifting up his eyes then and seeing that a large crowd was coming towards him, Jesus said to Philip, "Where are we going to buy bread so that these people may eat?" Jesus was not looking to grocery shop. So why is he asking his disciples, where will they buy bread? Because Jesus wants them to see and understand that he's about to do a miracle. In the next verse, it even says, Jesus said this to test him. He said this to test him because he himself knew what he was going to do. Is it possible that right before God does something amazing in your life, he wants to see if you're paying attention at what's going on? Could it be that God is asking if we see the impossible before he makes it possible? When things appear dark, when situations feel hopeless, and in this story, when it seems like there is no way to feed this vast amount of people, we see that Jesus responds with a test in his question, even though he already knows the answer. God allows our faith to be tested. We see that in the book of Job. And in the book of James, we hear the language, the testing of our faith produces perseverance. Maybe the test comes before the answer. So I'm curious, what question is Jesus asking you so he can test your faith? What's the best thing that could happen? What would you do if you knew 1,000% God would not fail? What miracle in your life would change everything? God doesn't ask questions without already knowing the answer. Instead of sitting in a space of questioning God, let's let God question us and see what comes from it. Something my pastor says is we value risk because we know God will meet us on the other side of it. What in your faith is something God's prompting you to risk? God doesn't need to do the miracle often till we need it. I'm praying as you seek God, you would hear what he has for you. I'm praying you'd hear his still small voice. I'm praying you'd hear a question from him that brings you closer to him and grows your faith. Rooting for you. Thanks for watching today on the Daily Devo.